Wrong export settings are the reason why 95% of your Instagram or TikTok videos fail when you post them. What you want is a solid setup that guarantees consistent results every time. In this video, I will show you the best export settings for Instagram and TikTok in DaVinci Resolve. Open the Deliver page, let's go! The format is set to MP4 and for the codec we choose H.264. This gives you the best balance between quality, file size and compatibility. H.265 can work well for YouTube, but for Instagram and TikTok, H.264 is more reliable and a safer choice. Enable hardware acceleration if available, uses your GPU and speeds up rendering. Yes, we want this. Network optimization, no. It might sound useful, but it reduces compression efficiency. And since platforms recompress your video anyway, this works against you. We keep it off. Resolution and frame rate. These two are important. You don't want to choose the resolution of your project and timeline settings, which will usually be 4K. As a rule of thumb for Instagram and TikTok, if you're working with 4K footage, you should edit the video on a 4K timeline and then export it to 1080p for better and sharper results. So the resolution we choose is 1080 by 1920. The frame rate depends on where you live and in which frame rate your video was captured. For me, since I live in Europe, which is a PAL region, I go for 25 FPS. And because I have already set my correct timeline setting to 25 FPS, I could simply choose timeline frame rate here. If you live in an NTSC region, you choose 23.976 FPS. For the quality, we don't choose automatic. For Instagram and TikTok, you want to restrict it somewhere between 10 and 15,000. This ensures that your exported file sizes stay relatively small, but you also maintain quality and sharpness. What I always try is to stay below 50 MB per video file. After a lot of trial and error and uploading plenty of perfect videos that then were compressed heavily again and were lower quality after the upload, I found that this is the sweet spot. And since then, I always uploaded sharp and high quality reels. So what I usually do is to go for 15,000, then I look at my exported file, and if it's over 50 MB in size, I will do the same process again. Then I export it with a lower bitrate of either 14, 13, 12,500, etc. Most of the time, I will do this step 2 or 3 times to really get as close but still below 50 MB with the file size. The encoding profile is on high and the entropy mode is set to KABAC. This setting offers smaller file sizes and better compression efficiency. The only downside is a longer export and a harder time for the CPU. But of course, we accept that. The multipass encode is turned on. This one improves quality in scenes with a lot of motion, like moving subjects, crashing waves or moving trees. Now let's move to the advanced settings. The pixel aspect ratio is set to square, which is the standard for 4K and UHD. The data levels are set to video. This setting ensures proper contrast and brightness levels for Instagram and TikTok. The color space tag is set to Rec 709 and the gamma tag is set to Gamma 2.2. For social media exports, you should always work with Gamma 2.2 inside your project and timeline settings. As a rule of thumb, if you export a video for phones, tablets or laptops, always choose Gamma 2.2 instead of Gamma 2.4. The next options are all unchecked, except this one, for sizing to highest quality. This makes sure scaling and resizes use the best algorithms. Another thing that is always off is the Enable Flat Pass option. Turning it on skips all your color grades, LUTs and fusion effects, which means you're basically exporting only the original ungraded footage. Flat Pass is only useful if someone else will handle the work and grading for you. Now let's move to the Audio tab. If you're using any kind of audio, like music, voiceover, sound effects, etc., these are the settings that you should choose. For the codec you choose AAC, which is the standard for pretty much everything. You wanna have a constant bitrate, and the track data rate is 320 kilobytes per second. This ensures high quality stereo audio. And the sample rate is set to 48,000 Hz. That's again a broadcast and social media standard. And that's it. Now what you can do is to click the three dots at the top, save it as a preset, and the next time you export a video, just select it, add it to the render queue, and render your video with the highest quality possible. If you want to see the best export settings for YouTube videos, check out this video next. Thanks for watching.